Hi Virgo, welcome back. So Virgo, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you might be connecting with during this time frame. Keep in mind that it is a general reading, so you can feel free to reverse the roles if needed. Also, my readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. When I was meditating on the overall collective Virgo energy, I got distinctly pearls, the name pearl and or actual pearls. And to me, pearls talk about wisdom, symbolically speaking. So you might have some pearls of wisdom being shown down on you during this time frame, or pearls of wisdom for other people, Virgo, and or pearls in general might be significant to you. So let's jump into it and see where this is headed then. The overall energy is that of complexity. So this does talk about, being mystified, complications, contradictions within the energy. It talks about, requirements and reading between the lines. It also talks about education and transformation, adjusting your vibration, adjusting your path, Virgo, to maybe complex situations that are going on during this time frame. It can be almost an irritating energy if you let it get to you in that way, so that's just a precaution. Let this energy fuel that very analytical piece of you, Virgo. That is your strong suit, your ability to objectively, look at a situation and pull out the information that you need, okay? So let's see where this is headed and get your overall energy for my Virgos. You have the Lovers here, King of Wands in the reverse. So this is highlighting relationships and leadership. This could be two different aspects of your life, and or, speaking of one connection, particularly this connection, but it'll be different for each of you. So I feel like it's asking you, are you really committed to where you're at? Are you committed to the job that you're in? I feel like some of you may be in positions of power, positions of leadership, and or you see yourself, in that type of energy. But for some reason, during this time frame, I feel like, Virgo, you're preferring to kind of take the back seat, especially when it comes to relationships. Or you may feel, if not that you have had to take the back seat in a relationship, and I feel like that's kind of irritating to you or frustrating to you, like feeling like being put on the back burner, or you might have done this to someone else, because it can be interchangeable. But I feel a sense of irritation around that, or frustration with that, okay? So let's see what this person's overall energy is. And they have the Knight of Cups, which is talking about emotions, spirituality, the ethereals. This person might be highly emotional during this time frame, and that could be good or bad, but I actually feel it's a bit complicated because you have, again, the complexity card. So to me, this is talking about having a complex mix of emotions, kind of wanting to take the lead, but then feeling like you're on the back burner, or not feeling like, I heard power play. There might be power plays going on during this time frame or within this connection that are making things a bit complicated, Virgo. So let's see where this is headed, and we're going to get a little bit more specific. So now I'm going to go into the recent past energy, then we're going to look at your perception, your thoughts about the connection. Then we're going to take it deeper into the emotional self, your hopes, and the most likely future outcomes. So, let's see. Virgo. 8 of Pentacles, the Star. Yeah. So to me, Virgo, this energy is like it's like wanting to focus more time on yourself and what your dreams, what your hopes, what your fulfillments are than maybe to relationships or to commitments. I just feel like there's almost kind of like a solitude energy, or that might be your primary focus right now. I just feel like there's a sense of like wanting to work on things that make you feel more productive in the environment, or needing to place your focus there for some of you. There is, you know, coming into this energy though, you know, some desires coming into play, some wishes coming into fruition, and that could be regarding work or relationships or both. But I also get a sense of like, you know, what you're reaching for is more playfulness in your life, or more romance, so to speak. Or you might be going into that energy where you may have put like relationships on the back burner for a while, or like the romantic piece of it on the back burner, and then that kind of being brought back to the forefront during this time frame. And yet it's complex, and yet there's other things going on that are requiring your attention. And so I just feel like I keep getting the word back burner. Now, some of you may be connecting with Scorpio, because I got that word specifically in the Scorpio reading as well, or you could have that in your chart. If you do, check it out. But yeah, I just get like whatever was placed, you know, on the back burner, you know, is coming back to the forefront. And it's after a period, Virgo, of working on yourself, of, you know, kind of reaching for things that you're desiring, wish fulfillment. This also talks about hope and healing, and that being restored within you or within this connection in general, and wanting more like downtime, wanting more playfulness, wanting more romance in your life, or being open to that. Some of you have already had this come through for you. Others of you are still like in this holding pattern, but I feel the energy shifting as we go into December, all right? So let's see what this person's recent past energy is then, Virgo. King of Swords, Three of Wands, Page of Swords. Ooh, the Devil, Ten of Swords. Goodness gracious. Okay. So whoever you're connecting with, they're a bit harsh, you know, they're a bit closed off. I feel like this person may be separated from you, at a distance from you. Even if they're sitting right next to you, there could be a lot of emotional distance going on at times. This person is really stuck on something that honestly doesn't serve them. You know, they could have addictions, you know, quite literally going on. If it's not addictions, then it's just like this toxic desire or issue with constantly like poking at what's wrong, you know, as opposed to looking at the well-being that surrounds them. I feel like this person might be in a very negative frame of mind, you know, hyper analyzing everything, you know, might be hypercritical, hyper judgmental. This is all past energy, but this could be this person's behavior in general, or just a snippet of time. It's just like not really trusting that things really are working out for them, kind of being sucked into their lower self that just is not really able to see the good in others at this time, or maybe even the good in themselves at times, you know. And it's coming from this place of feeling like done, like overwhelmed, like exhausted, like mental exhaustion. And it may not be that this person is like this all of the time, but when they get exhausted physically or mentally, they can be, you know, I heard quite the bee. I guess whether they're male or female, I don't know. They can be quite cold, you know, and yeah, or I heard lack of emotion, that type of energy. So let's go into perception and see how you see each other, Virgo. Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it might be your truth, but it may not be their truth, and that's the funny thing about perception, right? But we're going to start there, and then we're going to take it deeper. So when you think about this connection, Virgo, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, and the Five of Cups. There's that draining type of energy showing up, all right? And it's in how you see this person. So either you see this person as someone who is emotionally drained, and or you see this person as someone who emotionally drains you at times. And yet, there's still this sense of feeling fortunate. There's still this sense of, you know, wanting to take a risk. But then it's like, I'm not sure if that's the right idea, Virgo. But it's just like, you see this person as someone who is like divinely guided towards you, or divinely guided in your life. You know, someone that you're willing to take the risks with, and or, but at the same time, I should say, it also can really do an emotional number on you, especially when you get sucked into this person's emotions, okay? I feel like you see this person as someone who's not afraid to take risks, who, you know, in a lot of areas of their life are successful, but also, again, you see in this person that they have an issue with, you know, then focusing more on the negative aspects, or getting sucked into areas of their life or emotions that really do not serve them in any way. And I think that's where it gets complex. All right. So now we're going to go into this person's perception of the connection. Same thing. It's in the eye of the beholder. So they have the Sun here, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. It's like they see a lot of optimism, they see a lot of happiness, and then they get all up in their head, then they're insecure, then they're not really sure if they're listening to their intuition, they're not listening to their intuition, and yet still reaching for emotional satisfaction, or seeing emotional satisfaction available or as a possibility within the connection. I think that this person has a lot of issues going on with self-esteem right now. You know, and I don't always get that message with this card combination, but I heard that clearly, you know. And it's interesting because there's an owl in this in this card, and owls to me represent wisdom, as do pearls, right? And I have a song playing in my head, Diamond and Pearls. It's by Prince. I think that's the name of it. But don't quote me on that. But check that out. That might be significant to you. But anyways, I see like this person is smarter than this. That's what I'm trying to get at. This person knows better. You know what I'm saying? They're smarter and they're better than this. But for whatever reason, just the frame of mind that they've been in, or the emotional space that they've been in, it's hard for them to see past, you know, the anxiety or the stressors right now. Because underneath that, there's a very happy-go-lucky type of energy here. There's a very satisfying type of emotion that's available to this person. But it's like they kind of have to get out of their own way. Or when it comes to this connection, it's like there's emotional satisfaction that they see in it. There's happiness. There is a lot of joy here. But then there's also a deep sense of not knowing if this is right for them sometimes, or questioning their intuition, or uncertainty about other things maybe that are going on in their life that are impacting this connection, okay? So let's go into the genuine emotion here, Virgo, and see. So that was surface level perception, believe it or not. Now we're going to go into the ethereals, the depth of emotion, and see what are you genuinely feeling underneath all of that. So, my Virgos, what are the genuine emotions here? Two of Pentacles, Judgment, the World. So, Virgo, and then here you are at the bottom of the deck, underneath that, the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're of two hearts, which reminds me of Libra's reading. Some of you could be dealing with Libra. But either way, it's like, I saw this in the beginning. It's like wanting to like prioritize this connection, and then at times wanting to put it on the back burner, or feeling that you're being put on the back burner, okay? I just feel like there is this very large emotional push right now, Virgo, to kind of release the judgment in regards to this connection, or to kind of release yourself from the judgment maybe you've placed on yourself when it comes to this connection, because it makes it more convoluted and complex, and it muddies the waters a little bit when it comes to being able to feel successful. And I feel like that is what you're really genuinely striving for. It's like emotionally you want to feel like you're on the right path, that you've made the right decision, that, you know, things are lining up for you. And then at the same time, it's like, well, what do I need to let go of to get there? And I think you're really evaluating, or spirit is, you know, encouraging you to really evaluate, you know, what it is that you need to get into that space, and how does this connection either contribute or take away from that? Because I don't feel this is cut and dry. I feel like there's a lot of emotion here and desire, and yet this sense of irritation and frustration all going on at the same time. And it is transforming the situation, but it's also asking you to take a look at what is it that really lights you up, Virgo, and what parts of your life contribute to that, and does this person contribute to that, or do they take away from that? So I feel like it's a high, I heard high time. It's a very highly evaluative, is that a word? Evaluation of not just the connection, but yourself and how you feel, right? So let's see what is in this person's emotional space as it pertains to this connection. Virgo. Knight of Cups. So that's so interesting. Ooh, Two of Cups, because they have the Knight of Cups here. Or I'm sorry, you have the Knight of Cups. They have the Knight of Cups here. So, wow. Oh my gosh. Whoa. The Star. There's the Star there. Ace of Cups, the Tower, Four of Pentacles. I have a song in my head. Hold me, don't hold me down. Carry me 10 feet off the ground. I'm not sure who sings that. I know it's called Hold Me. This person, you know, they're not wanting to let go of something, and it's just not serving them. Whatever this negative, low vibing emotion that they're stuck on. It could be a sense of feeling like hurt or betrayed, and it may be because of you, it may not be because of you, but whatever it is, they've been stuck there, and it's impacting what they see as possibilities within the connection. But I feel like the Tower is here with the in the emotional space to say that that's getting ready to transform and change, whether this person's really ready or not. And it might have a lot to do with the conjunction that's happening on December 21st. So this reading might go all the way till then for some of you. But I feel like, you know, they're holding on to something that's unstable. That's unstable. That is not in their highest good. And that's going to come crashing down, okay? And it's a bit out of their control, which is a good thing, because I feel like if this person's trying to override what they're feeling with their ego. They're trying to, like, to place more emphasis on, like, what they think it should be than what they feel is the truth. And, you know, you can't, when you are divided like that, when your thoughts and emotions are not in alignment like that, the Tower tends to come in, this very disruptive energy to reset the balance, okay? Underneath all of that, this person is hoping, wishing, praying for love, soulmate. If some of you know, they might be wanting more romance in their life, wanting someone they can connect with, you know, wanting hope and healing and wish fulfillment and love. That song came up in Libras too, and I can't remember the name of it. If you're dealing with a Libra, definitely check out that reading. But the lyric is, I'm just thinking about love. So it's like this person doesn't want to come off of something at the moment, or at least in the recent past, but that's going to change, you know, because it's getting too complicated to keep that up anymore. And there's this big desire for like overflowing love and light and a soulmate connection and romance. And I saw that's what you were reaching for in the recent past as well. And then now I see that's what's going on in this person's emotional space. So it's almost like you're both either feeling or wanting the same or similar things, but the timeline's off a little bit. You know, it's like when you're feeling it, they're not feeling it. And then when they're feeling it, you're not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like that could have been an issue, you know, within the connection in general or in the past or leading up to this, where it's like the timing is off, or like you're not, you keep missing each other when it comes to like where you're vibrating or something. Three of Pentacles here. You want cooperation. You want support. You want things to come together. You want alignment. You want more. That's interesting. I heard wholesomeness. You want more wholesomeness in your life, you know? This person, they may want to fight. They may feel like that love should be fought for, or a battle, or that's how they've been taught love, possibly. You know, if it's not that, then I feel like this person is maybe hoping to let go of that struggle, especially if you've had a lot of conflict within this connection, you know, wanting to start anew, not wanting that tug of war anymore, okay? So now we're going to look at the future energy, most likely outcome for you, Virgo. Keep in mind that all the future outcomes can be changed with free will. I'm just giving you a snapshot of what it currently looks like. So King of Wands, Five of Wands, a lot of repeating cards. You had the King of Wands in the beginning of the reading in the reverse, and now you have it in the upright, and I know why, because things are about to change. So I feel like Virgo, you know, you put some things on the back burner, I think because of this connection, but it may or may not be related to it. But, or you may have even put yourself on the back burner, what you want, what you want, your desires, all of that you might have put on pause, you know, to satisfy other areas of your life. Or this person may have, as it can be interchangeable. But that's getting ready to change right there. See, because you're going to prioritize yourself. And I feel like there is just this immense desire, you know, or spirit is really, really, you know, showing you and making and pulling you towards this more leadership type of energy and taking the lead of your own life. And this may cause some conflict. This may cause some struggles. When you start prioritizing yourself and doing what you want, you know, or need to do to make yourself happy, sometimes that makes others feel a certain kind of way. But it's like, if you're not in a happy space, if you're not in a loving space, then you don't have anything to give anybody else anyways. So I feel like this is prioritizing yourself, despite that it might be a bit of a struggle to do that, or despite that you might have internal conflict about that as well, you know. But it's like changes are coming. The Death card is here. This is transformations. This is things changing right before your eyes. This person could be changing right before your eyes, or you may be before theirs, you know. And the sense of certainty coming through. I feel like you're really going to hold on to what you believe is true for you. And nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're going to stand by your morals is what I heard. And I feel like you're going into this space, Virgo, where you want to be comfortable with being comfortable with who you are, you know, and things may have gotten complex in the past, you know what I'm saying? And there could have been some emotionally draining things going on, but I get a sense of like, you're really going to hold on to this sense of comfort in your life, even though I think you're being called to make some major changes. So I guess I could see this going two ways. Some of you are more comfortable taking the lead, and therefore that's what you're going to do, even though maybe you put yourself on the back burner in the past. Others of you have a decision to make. It's like, stay comfortable with where you're at, but just know nothing's going to change. You know, if you don't make changes, nothing changes, right? And it'll continue the way it is. And or, Virgo, if you prioritizing yourself, going after what you want, you know, and yeah, it might not make everybody happy, but that's really what's going to transform and change the situation for you. I almost had a hard time getting that out. So there's where your free will comes in, you know. I feel like life is always giving us choices, and here's where your choices come in. Let's see what this person's most likely future outcome is. Oops. And of course, they have free will as well. The Hermit, that's you, Virgo. Page of Cups. The Empress. Give me one more. Why the Hermit? So I do feel like this person, you know, definitely is taking you into consideration when it comes to making their choices, or has you in their mind and in their heart, okay? This person is wanting to feel successful, wanting things to wrap up, okay? Then that's really, really funny, because I saw that was what you were wanting, you know, like the sense of feeling successful. This person is getting a little bit softer in their energy. So I actually really love this. I feel like this person is slowly opening up to the idea that not only is there love here, but that they deserve love. Because I feel like a lot of this issue in the past is coming from this sense of like not feeling deserving of love, because they were not really loving themselves, or they were really stuck on something that stole, or they feel like stole their self-esteem from them, you know, and they were really holding on to that, not really changing when it came to the emotion, like a very fixated type of emotion. But I feel like, you know, especially come towards the end of December, that's going to change, because, you know, the universe is not going to allow that to stay. And then it just opens the floodgates for this person. And it's like, gosh, I want love in my life. I want to feel and to give and to all of that. And yet I still don't feel like they're very comfortable, like fully like gushing and all of a sudden, you know, changing their personality or who they are. But I feel that it is creating like an opening within this person, like a little stream as opposed to an ocean, that allows them to be softer and more nurturing towards themselves, be more peaceful, maybe do like a peace offering with you, or just be a bit more open and receptive. That's what I got, receptive to the emotions of others or to you, and not so, you know, walled off, closed off, because that is what's blocking the emotional satisfaction in their life in general, but specifically with this connection. And it's like this person is going to get a whole new attitude is what's playing in my head. And it's a good look on them. You know, it's a much better look on them than they've had in the past. So, and I definitely see, you know, you and their energy, whether that's thoughts and emotions or sitting next to you. But I feel like this person is, you know, arriving to some conclusions in their life that they just feel better when they're a bit kinder, when they're a bit softer in their energy, and mostly when they're kinder to themselves. Because like I said, I feel like that's really where it stems from to begin with. So Virgo, I am going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. I have Pisces here. I have another Virgo, possibly Aquarius, Scorpio, Libra, Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio again, Leo again, Sagittarius, Libra again, Aries, Aquarius, and Gemini. Those are the primary zodiac signs I see, but keep in mind it could be any zodiac sign because it is a general reading. If it resonated, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram, Tarot Time with Dana. I do go live there as well for just random chats and fun stuff, so you can find me there. And if you like my style, you can get it for yourself, particularly these bracelets at my sister's online boutique, avasophiaco.com. All linked down below in the description box, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can also now find a donation button for those of you who would like to donate to the channel. Of course, it's welcome. If not, that's fine too. Either way, Virgo, I'm wishing you the very best. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.